Welcome back to another transmission of Luna Alchemy, a space where we explore moon cycles through the lens of true sky astrology, shadow work, and cosmic remembrance. Here we honor the real sky above us. We honor the stars as they truly are, not as they were 2,000 years ago. This episode is devoted to the last super full moon of the year, the full moon in true sky Taurus, arriving on December 4th, 2025 at 3:14 p.m. Pacific Time. This moon is a turning point, a descent into the holy well, a return to source. And at the center of it all, the magnetic, mysterious, multidimensional force known as the Great Attractor, conjunct the sun and directly opposing the moon. This is an episode of grounding, nourishment, and revelation. Let's begin. Full moons illuminate what has been hidden. They bring the shadow to the surface so healing can occur. In Taurus, the shadow can be feeling like you don't have enough or not being enough yourself. This can show up as jealousy, attachment, and the fear of lack. This full moon teaches that security comes from within. It invites you to remember, when I see the abundance that lives within me, I no longer long for what another has. Liberation comes from recognizing the fullness of what you already carry within. When you remember the holy well, the infinite source of nourishment flowing within your own soul, you stop reaching for what others possess. You stop comparing. You stop longing. This moon is not about acquiring more. It is about returning to your inner well, your holy reservoir of nourishment, serenity, and sufficiency. Need nothing, and you will have everything. Moving on to the sign and energy themes for Taurus. Taurus governs the body, the senses, nourishment, safety, stability, self-worth, and embodied living. Under this full moon, ask yourself, where am I grasping instead of trusting? Where does jealousy or comparison steal my peace? What part of me is hungry for nourishment? This moon invites you to reclaim your center, to nourish yourself until your cup overflows. This Taurus full moon has a strong connection to the holy well, and it's something that I didn't recognize before. I actually learned this from my current teacher, Donna. And currently, while the sun is in Scorpio, the earth is in Taurus. And this is the connection to the holy well. And so what are holy wells? Holy wells are natural springs or pools of water considered sacred, and they're associated with healing and miracles. These are places of gathering, places of prayer, and people visit holy wells for pilgrimage and often leave offerings like coins or ribbons. This Taurus full moon is the holy well. This is the path back to source. This theme of returning to the holy well for nourishment is also evident in the cosmic alignments we're about to discuss. This full moon is under the influence of the Great Attractor, with the sun conjunct the Great Attractor and the moon directly opposite of it. The main frequency of the Great Attractor is source, inclusion, infinite creativity, and the holy well that I just mentioned. The Great Attractor is a gravitational anomaly, a cosmic mystery powerful enough to warp space, time, and the light around it. This is the apparent center of the Laniakea supercluster, the vast cosmic structure that our Milky Way calls home. Spiritually, it is the source point, the origin field from which all creation springs. Its message is clear. Elevate your frequency. Focus on the collective good. Surrender to the creative intelligence that birthed you. When the sun, representing your identity, vitality, and radiance, aligns to this point, it ignites magnetic leadership and a deep desire to unify rather than divide. Opposing the moon, this creates a powerful tension. Your soul is being stretched between divine source, which is the sun conjunct the Great Attractor, and your physical embodiment, and this is the moon in Taurus. This opposition is asking, are you trying to fill the void, or do you remember the well? This full moon is a balancing act between the needs of your body and the call of your spirit, between what you think you want and what your soul truly longs for. The Great Attractor teaches one thing: align with Source, and all things align with you. The next alignment I want to discuss and focus on is Mars in Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus, the 13th constellation and the hidden doorway of the zodiac. Ophiuchus is the serpent bearer, the healer, and the alchemist. Mars has been under the constellation of Ophiuchus since about November 25th, and it will be there till about December 10th. And on December 7th, we have the sun also moving under Ophiuchus. So Mars is creating this segue into the energy of Ophiuchus. As Mars moves through Ophiuchus, a deep, unavoidable healing initiates. Ophiuchus governs healing, alchemy, shadow work, hidden knowledge, and the mastery of inner power, the transformation of your wound into wisdom. With Mars here, you will feel a sudden, undeniable urge to face what you've been avoiding. Mars in Ophiuchus unleashes sudden urges to heal suppressed wounds, health issues demanding attention. Here the body becomes the oracle. Listen closely. Power dynamics surfacing in relationships as the veil lifts and truth emerges. The alchemist within you arises. You begin to transmute jealousy into gratitude, anger into clarity, and pain into power. Mars and Ophiuchus together, they initiate a healing that is overdue. This transit perfectly complements the Taurus full moon. Taurus nourishes, Ophiuchus detoxifies, and the Great Attractor elevates and activates. You are being purified, stabilized, and aligned with Source. I prepared some affirmations for this Ophiuchus transit as Mars continues its work here and the sun will move into Ophiuchus on December 7th. Speak them out loud or let them settle into your field. I face what arises with courage, clarity, and compassion. I allow old wounds to surface so they can finally transform. My body guides me toward healing, and I honor its wisdom. I am the alchemist of my own energy. I rise renewed, whole, and sovereign. Moving on, other significant alignments during this Taurus full moon is Mercury conjunct Beta Centauri in Libra. This is a frequency of sacred heart, wisdom, diplomacy, and divine union. At this time, communication becomes gentle but honest. Truth is spoken with love. We also have our midheaven conjunct Altair in Capricorn. This is leadership, ambition, and soaring vision. At this time, you are being supported to rise. Moving on to our ritual and closing, I prepared a short guided visualization, meditation, a ritual to return to the holy well. And when you're ready, take a breath. Allow the body to soften. Visualize yourself standing before a sacred, shimmering well, the holy well of Source. The water glows. It hums. It remembers you. You kneel and you drink. You are nourished from the inside out. Let the intention land. May I need nothing because I remember I am connected to everything. May I nourish myself so deeply that I overflow into the world with generosity. May I rise healed, steady, and whole. Take a final breath and return gently to the room. Thank you for tuning into this full moon transmission of Luna Alchemy. If this episode supported you, please share it so that these teachings reach those who need them. And I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Until next time, may your well stay full, may your body feel safe, and may Source guide your every step. Blessed full moon.